How's it? Today is Wednesday, April 26th. Happy birthday, Mom. You don't watch these, but happy birthday. I am doing my back squat today with some overhead presses, kind of getting back into the swing of more volume. I am preparing for a competition in the first week of June, I believe. So it's about 6 weeks from now. And I'm just doing a really short training cycle to kind of get me hopefully in a little bit better shape to qualify for the American Open Finals later this year. That would mean a 240 total, and I know I can do that in any way of combinations of numbers. But as far as squats go, I know it says like volume, but I'm actually just doing four triples at 140 today, and then one set of six. The kind of thing he set up for me just so that we could get back into the swing of things was a range of 135 to 140 for my weights for 3 or 4 sets of three. So that's a wide range of things. If I do 135 for 3 sets of 3 versus 140 for 3 sets of 4, significant difference in overall intensity. And then my top set, whereas last training cycle would be pushing to a set of 10 after the sets of 5, is a range of 6 to 10 reps. I wanted to do 10 reps today, not gonna lie, but I did the first couple and I was like, God damn, this is not gonna go well. So I cut it off at 6, which was the bare minimum. One thing I'm thinking about actually for my squats is setting the bar just a touch lower on my back. So if you can see the difference here. If I normally set it on the like crest of my traps, right now I'm setting it on like the body of my traps. And what that does is it sets me a little bit further forward, like as far as angle goes. Here's my like high volume set, quote unquote. It sets me a little bit further forward, but that also puts my hips in a better position for squatting. So that is the main goal of that. I don't know how much it's going to affect me moving down the road. I think it does affect me quite a bit today, just because it's the first time I tried to do it. And I only really did it probably starting on the third set. You see here.
That's it.
Yeah. I said that's it. And right here, my rear delts are really, really, really tight here, just because I'm trying to hold it on the lower part of my traps. Really interesting feeling. I normally hold it again pretty high, and if I pull my elbows down, that kind of creates tightness in my rear delts, but not to the extent that this did today. After that, I moved into my overhead press, and similar rep scheme is what he was basically saying. Basically, just do whatever I did as far as reps go for my squats on the overhead press. And I had no idea how heavy I should do it. I, for certain, know that I started at this weight, 65 as my goal today, and that shit was way too heavy. But I stuck it out, and we'll see what happens moving forward. But for 4 sets of 3, 65, 4 sets of 3 here are super easy. But the one set of 6 was, I guess, not that hard, but also not easy. So I might have to stick at this rep range or this weight for this rep range another week, maybe 2 weeks. I have no idea. After that, I moved into my accessory movements. I did some dips, bodyweight dips. I'm debating about kind of increasing intensity on those dips, but I don't think that is super necessary. Those dips are more for elbow health, shoulder health, rather than like hypertrophy, in my opinion. And then I did my Bulgarian split squats after those dips. And to be honest, I was very nervous going into them, given what happened a week before peak week, 2 weeks before. I think it was 2 weeks before peak week. Shout out to the Natty Fatty for remembering this, commenting on the actual comp video that I made. But I basically hurt my adductor, right? It was when my right leg was the squat leg, and pushing it into the correct mechanical position kind of stressed and like just overstressed my adductors, and it made it so that walking was very difficult, and lifting heavy, thinking about lifting heavy with the thought of just walking being difficult is kind of worrisome. So I ended up having to dial it back and take it easy, and it did hamper a lot of my training kind of leading up to me getting sick. um, but yeah, it turned out fine today. After that, I finished off with some back extensions. This time I'm doing some weight on there. I'm excited about how far I can get with that. Starting out pretty light with just a 10 here. I think loading it on my shoulders would make it a lot harder, but loading it on my shoulders is also more difficult to load. So, yeah. That was it for today. I didn't die. Squats I wish were better. I wish I had higher reps, but yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Shoots.